Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli with Little Blue, and that's right, we're reviewing another one of these movies, just like with when we had reviewed Yongari Monster from the Deep, another one of these movies, and that is of course War of the Gargantuas.
War of the Gargantuas. I saw it when I was about probably 10 or 11 years old, and I think I'd seen part of it maybe later on, maybe in my 20s sometime.
And this came out 19, I think in 1966, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, somewhere along in there.
Somewhere in the 1960s.
The special effects are fantastic. I mean, these Japanese monster movies, they build miniature cities, they build the miniature, and then they tear everything up. The guy in the suit comes in and just tears everything to shreds, which he has to have fun doing. But it's all choreographed too, because they know where they're supposed to fall and all that stuff. But the Godzilla movies, the King Kong, all these movies that are out there, and not less the King Kong. I think the King Kong movie that came out in 1976, it was a guy in a suit, and there was some.
It was Rick Baker in the King Kong suit.
Yeah, but now
on top of and yet King Kong was on top of the World Trade Centers.
Right.
So.
Now you've got Godzilla versus Kong that's coming out this summer to theaters and on HBO Max. And
we watched War of the Gargantuas on HBO Max.
Right,
actually.
everything is CGI now, which is fine because it looks really good. CGI looks fantastic, but this movie
make it look really good.
This movie made it look real. I mean, all of it, even when they're walking through the forest, the miniature trees, everything looked real.
Even say when they're splashing in the water,
Oh, it was amazing. But
like the miniature tanks and helicopters as well.
Exactly.
And the boats.
We get to the end of the movie.
Well, do we want to at least talk about the rest of it, like the characters? Or like, do we
go ahead.
really want to get to the ending that quick?
Go ahead.
Well, the characters, for example, because this movie only has one American actor in this.
Yes.
And that is Russ Tamblyn.
And Russ Tamblyn
we've got up on the tablet.
Was speaking Japanese. Apparently could speak Japanese because you can clearly see in the overdubs, the voice overdubs, the lips are not moving with the voice.
Yeah, especially there was one part where I could clearly tell not really good on like lip syncing to what he was saying.
No, he wasn't. He was not lip syncing very well at all. But it was.
Well, was it actually his voice?
I don't know if it was his voice. I would think it probably was.
I don't see why not.
Because if he's an American, surely he can speak English. I doubt that he was born in Japan and only learned to speak Japanese.
Yeah, besides,
it doesn't work that way.
He's been in a lot of other stuff, and best known for him being in West Side Story.
Yeah, so he was obviously speaking Japanese.
Obviously.
But at the same time, whether or not it was his voice they used for the overdubs, I don't know. But it was very well done. And the storyline's really good, too. You have two gargantuas. You have a green one that comes from the ocean, and then you have a brown one that comes from the forest.
Yeah, and the brown one is a good one, and the green one from the ocean, it's the evil one.
Yeah, he is the evil one. And they don't know if they're brothers or if they're related somehow through DNA. They think somehow there was some kind of mutation from tissue cells that it multiplied. It created itself.
Yeah.
So the speculation is that if we blow these things up, that they're going to be splattered all over Kingdom Come, and there's going to be
multiple
thousands of these little monsters that are going to grow up to be these giants, and that would be the end of the world, of course. So the idea was that they would, they shocked it, and they went after the green gargantua. They left the brown one alone because they realized the brown one was trying to stop the green one, and he was throughout.
That's right.
But can we talk about the ending for just a second? Because the ending, absolutely.
There was another one, because another character, the doctor, what's her name? Alima, I guess? Can you even...
No, I can't pronounce it.
Well...
I can't even see it.
Yeah, but there was also there's one scene with the singer, who is clearly singing with, it's actually the audio of her singing in English,
Yes.
And it's funny, because I knew it was coming. I was like, okay, is this... Yes. And the green gargantua kind of kills her, basically.
Yeah. So
the lights turn on, and it causes the green gargantuan to drop her. So
yeah, he's sensitive to light at first, but then he gradually learns to overcome it,
to deal with the light.
Right, which is more troublesome for the for the Japanese army that's trying to fight him. Mm-hmm. But no, I got to get to the ending.
All right, you can talk about the ending. Go ahead.
The green gargantua runs from the brown gargantua, runs through the countryside, just tears everything up, tears down homes, smashes homes, gets to Tokyo. Mm-hmm. And then of course you have the big showdown. The brown gargantua chases him, trying to stop him. They meet in Tokyo.
That cool scene with them fighting and knocking down
buildings,
and the army comes in. They shoot the lasers at the green gargantua.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Then they make
Cool
it to
action.
they make it to a dock at Tokyo Bay. Apparently, it looks like it's probably Tokyo Bay.
Yeah.
So they're on this dock, this shipping dock, and they're fighting and they're fighting and they're fighting and they're wrestling back and forth, back and forth. The brown Gargantua's trying to stop him, and the green Gargantua's just like, you know. So they both fall into the water and they're fighting. And they get maybe, I don't know, they may get a half a mile into the water.
Yeah.
And, off
somewhere
shore.
somewhere out in the ocean.
And then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere,
Well, like these helicopters, they come in, they drop bombs on them at first.
yeah, they drop bombs on first. Okay, maybe I'll give you that. Maybe the bombs is what awakened this volcano that came from nowhere out of the ocean.
Yeah,
and
but
just
it's
starts
like-
coming up.
Yeah, but on that, the volcanoes.
Well,
Like,
we're
it
watching
causes the volcanoes basically kill both of them.
Yeah, that boils them to death. So it was literally like the guys are sitting there right and saying, I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to end this. How do we end this? How do we end this? I know. We'll have a volcano, big volcano, come up out of the water, and it erupts and it boils them to death. That's literally how it went. It was just like thud.
Your accent is just...
Well, it just fell flat. I mean, it was like you build up to this big war, and they're going at it, and they're in the ocean, and they're fighting. It's like, okay, who's going to win? Is the brown Gargantua going to drown the green one, or is the green one going to drown the brown one? Are they going to kill each other? And then here comes this volcano just from out of nowhere, boiling up out of the ocean.
I think, to put it this, maybe it should have been the good one, that is the brown one, to kill the green one.
You would think that good would always overcome evil. It does
Exactly.
in every movie. But that's
this
the formula
movie,
that works.
this movie flat out just has this unexpectedly with volcanoes in the water.
Yeah, I know. I was...
Why could you just let the brown one win, let the good win and such?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, and just have because it is established the female doctor, she did raise it, you know.
Yeah, she did raise it. Raised it from it was like a chimp or something. It was like it sounded like a chimp, but it looked like a little baby Bigfoot.
So, even at the end of it,
or maybe Chaka from Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
We will. I'm going back.
We will review that soon, Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
So they raised it, and obviously, because even at the end they're disappointed. Like even the brown one didn't survive, you know.
Yeah, even they both, you know, they were both boiled to death basically from the heat of that volcano. It was terrible.
Yeah, and that's another thing. One scene where the brown creature, like the brown Gargantua, saves her, you know, from falling off an edge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as Russ Tamblyn, his character tries to save her, but doesn't succeed. But the brown one does.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I have to admit, and I agree with you too, because let's face it, because I'm sure a lot of people would have the same reaction too, because the ending to this movie is just what the, you know?
Yeah, it just falls flat.
Why that? Why would you do that?
Yeah, it just goes to
that's
crap.
Oh man, yeah.
Nice. It was not a good ending at all, but
as I said,
it's a good movie to watch. It really is. It's a fun movie to watch.
The story is not that bad as well,
and the music
too. The
music was good. I enjoyed the music. It was really good throughout. You know, it set the tone. It set the theme. It was dramatic. It worked well with the with all the scenes. But oh my gosh, that ending! I can't get past that ending. It was just like the worst ending ever.
I know.
Anyway.
Stuff like that could happen to
they
movies
literally
with those
ran
kind
out,
of endings.
They literally ran out of ideas.
Especially for the Japanese people. Do it. Oh my gosh, doing that kind of movie.
So creative and put so much into it, and then all of a sudden, okay, let's have a big volcano come up and just boil them to death.
But there would be volcanoes like under the ocean or water.
Well,
right?
yeah, but that one kind of came along, at a very perfect time, to destroy both of them. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah. And the visual effects, as we said, they were great. Like, from the models, such. Even those, shots where, you'd have the Gargantuan and you'd also have the people down there running. Those shots were okay, don't you think?
They were good.
Right. But with all that being said, and what do we think? This movie is probably a bit better than, say, when Yongari...
Oh, my lord. It's like a 10 compared to Yongari Monster from the Deep.
Yongari was okay, but with War of the Gargantuans, it is really good,
Yeah, I'd have to put Yongari at about a 3, and I would put War of the Gargantuas at about a 6.
For me, I give... I forget how I rated... Well, I'll go back and look, but, it's already been... I already gave it how many stars, but for War of the Gargantuas... I don't know. It's a tie between either it's going to be 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. I don't know.
I'm going to give it 6 just because of the ending. If it had been a good ending, I would have given it a 7 or an 8. But I can't do that with that ending. I'll give it a 6.
I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I agree with you on the ending, but the ending is not is not important. What's important is the rest of the movie. So there you go. So once again, Little Blue gives it 6 out of 10.
Yep.
I give it 7 out of 10, and we give it 2 thumbs up, of course, right?
2 thumbs up.
So 2 thumbs up. Little Blue gives it 6 out of 10. For me, I give it 7 out of 10. And you guys let us know what you think of War of the Gargantuas. If any of you guys even seen it, and what you think about the ending as we described. So because I'm sure you guys would even admit too that the ending is kind of what the
Yeah, exactly.
It is, yeah. So again, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. We give it 2 thumbs up. Again, you guys let us know what you think of War of the Gargantuas. Leave comments down below. For me, well, okay. Any last words?
Off out.
Yep, Little Blue says off out for me. We hope you enjoyed our review of War of the Gargantuas. More reviews on your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And we should definitely review another one of these kind of movies.
We will.
Of these movies that the Japanese has done.
We'll pick a good one.
Yeah, we did Yongari, Monster from the Deep, and we did War of the Gargantuas. Let's see what we're going to review next. So, stay tuned. Again, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. We hope you enjoyed our review of War of the Gargantuas. Little Blue says off out, right? Yep, Little Blue says off out for me. Again, we hope you enjoyed our review, and we'll see you guys in the next video / review video. Take care, and peace out.